Hi, I'm Dr. Robin Craig, Managing Director and Research Director of GeneSearch, a Queensland biotechnology company. We started small and everyone who worked there was a shareholder for many years, and we didn't have any real HR systems or formal leave tracking or formal much of anything. But as we grew and hired more general employees, that became unsatisfactory. Now we use i.on for policies and procedures and a number of HR functions, including leave applications and tracking. The i.on leave functions are what I'll be talking about today.
This is the i.on screen I see when I log in, which has the typical functions administrators can access in the system. Companies who first start using i.on will usually have leave histories already, and current leave balances need to be imported. This is very easy to do. You just need an Excel or other spreadsheet that lists employees including their employee ID in the i.on system with their current leave balances. To import that into i.on, you go to My Settings, Data Import, and we have a leave import system here. You simply choose the file that has the leave, click Upload. It'll then analyse the file. These are the headings of my columns, and this is which leave types in i.on they match. If they don't match or you're first setting them up, you click on this to edit them to set them up correctly, and once you've got it so that your columns match your leave types, you just hit Import and the data will come straight into i.on and it's ready to use. These buttons are just for employees who might be in i.on but aren't in the spreadsheet and what to do with their leave balances, though that's unlikely to happen for most people. After that, you can repeat this process periodically if you have another system for tracking leave, or you can set i.on to accrue leave automatically itself. You just have to tell it which leave type should accrue and how via My Settings. In the Definition Fields area, there's a leave type. All you have to do is click on the leave type you're interested in and tell the system whether it's to be not accrued, accrued periodically, or accrued pro rata, which is handy for people who are half-time, for instance. You set how frequently it accrues, and then when you're happy with the settings, you hit Save. Unlimited balance means they can actually apply for more leave than is currently accrued, which is useful if, for instance, you want people to be able to apply for annual leave several months in advance. You'd probably want them to be able to apply for more than they have as of the day they're applying. Once you've done that, the system's ready to use. The first step is an employee applying for leave. Employees see a simpler screen than this because they don't have the various extra things administrators can do, but of course that does include myself. They simply go here and select Leave. In that, they can look at their own leave history, their current balances, and of course they can apply for leave. They just select what leave type they have. These leave types you define when you set the system up, how many days, and the period of time they're away. The number of days here is not necessarily the number of days in the period they're away, because that period may include weekends and public holidays, but it's usually of interest to know exactly how long they're away, so you have that as well as the number of days. The person who's applying can give a reason if it's not obvious. They can even attach a file. For instance, they might have a doctor's certificate if they've been sick for a while. They can attach that to the system, and when they're happy with their application, they just click Save, and the leave application is registered in the system as pending. The person who is set up in i.on to approve their leave will then get an email telling them about the leave application. In addition, when they log on to i.on, on their dashboard they're likely to get something like this, which tells them they have 4 outstanding leave requests in this case, and they can look at that and see, in this case, one employee has 4 leave applications open. Leave approval is a simple process. You go to My Workforce and Approvals, select an application, and that then shows you the details, and you can then choose to approve it, reject it, or cancel it. and you can give your reasons, and you can also add some secret notes as to why any other reason you might have had for your decision that you don't want the employee to see. Cancelling is simply used for if an employee changes their mind. For instance, they applied for annual leave and then realised they couldn't go, so they want to cancel the application entirely. Once you've set this to what you want, you just press save, and the employee will be advised of the status of their application. That's all there is to leave application approval. Since the data is stored in i.on, at any time you can view employees' leave histories and balances via my workforce and leave. So if you select that, you've got your staff list, and you can look at their leave balances, their leave history, and you can make an application. You can also do a more sophisticated absenteeism analysis via your dashboards. There's one called absenteeism and trend analysis. If you click on that, you can select your employee, and you can either work your way through the year, or you can select a specific date, and that'll give you a colour-coded view of how much leave that person has taken and when, and that can give you some idea of exactly what their history is and where there's some strange patterns going on, like they take every second Monday off. That's just a good way you can analyse what's going on in your organisation.
Well, that's an overview of the kinds of things we do with i.on's leave application and tracking. I hope it gives you some idea on the benefits your organisation might achieve by using them. Goodbye, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the i.on 2009 virtual conference.